Then the branches of the trunks. So we all know that the upper, middle and lower trunks will go ahead and give rise to the cords. But before they give rise to the divisions and the cords, they already give out two branches. One is the suprascapular nerve, which supplies the shoulder, and second is the nerve to subclavius. Now, out of those, suprascapular nerve is important to me because if I have to do a shoulder surgery, then in that case, I need to block that nerve. Now, you will find that nerve just right here. When you keep the probe for the supraclavicular approach to brachial plexus block, you can find the suprascapular nerve medially. Okay. Next is the branches of your cords, individual cords. So this we have learned from MBBS and come from your lateral cord. We get lateral pectoral nerve, lateral root of median nerve and musculocutaneous nerve. Where do I find my musculocutaneous nerve? I find my musculocutaneous nerve in the tendon of the coracobrachialis in the axilla. So that's where I block it. So what I'm doing here is telling you which nerves are important to be blocked when we carry out surgeries of the upper limb. Next is medial cord, medial pectoral nerve, medial root of median nerve, medial cutaneous nerve of arm, medial cutaneous nerve of forearm and ulnar nerve. Okay. So now ulnar nerve you can block at different levels. You can block it either at the axilla level or at the elbow level or even at the level of the hand. Again, how do you block it? We've covered all of that in the regional anesthesia section. Posterior cord, you have the upper subscapular, lower subscapular, thoracodorsal, radial and axillary nerve. Again, radial nerve, we can block it similarly either in the axilla or in the spiral groove behind or in the hand. And the axillary nerve, it tends to pass behind, so we can block it behind in the quadrangular space. Okay.